Okay, in this video we're going to go over how to refresh the data in the pivot table. So just to bring you up to speed, we've pulled the data from Dematic. We have cleaned it. We've inserted it into the tool. We've taken out lunches, breaks, and downtime windows, and we've gotten rid of all of our NAs over here in our type column here in column I. So next we're going to update our pivot tables. So the pivot tables are built off from this massive table here. So this is like 65,000 or so lines, and so we've just developed these pivot tables because they're a whole lot easier to work with when you've got all of that data. And so basically we've got 4 pivot tables here. One is for the main pie chart. Another one's for the lost time chart. We've got the main Pareto here, which, as you might recall, is the big one out there on the dashboard page, and then we've got the line chart here. So this is what I mean by the dashboard page or tab, if you will. So right now we're just gonna update the 2 larger tables here. One, the main Pareto, and then the line chart. Now there's a little slight difference in how we're gonna do this. There's a little bit of a glitch. At least I'm not there's something happening with the way that it selects the table on the line chart. There's a workaround for that. I'll show you how to do that. Well, basically, you're learning from my school of hard knocks. So anyway, so what we want to do is we want to update the information that's on this pivot table based on what we just dropped into the All Alarms tab. And so to do that, we come up to the Analyze tab, and we are going to, and don't be concerned with this, we're going to change our data source. So I've seen limited success with the refresh button. I'm not that familiar with pivot tables to know why. So, but we can use the change data source to update the information that's on our pivot table. So if we click on that, it's going to take us back to the main tab. It's going to take us back to our All Alarms tab. Watch. And it's going to pre-select the entire table here. Okay, so I like to make sure on this particular one, you can see right here, the table range says All Alarms, which is our tab, and it's going to go from A1 all the way down to L, 60,329. So it's going to select 60,000 lines of data all the way up by where it currently stands right now. So, but just to make sure, I'm going to click on A1, and then I'm going to hit Control A again. So I don't know if you just noticed what happened there, but it was at 60,000, and now it's at 64,575. That's because it doesn't automatically select the data that you just dropped in. Hence the reason why you have to reselect it again. Okay, so at this point, this is what we want to have selected, but I'm also going to copy this. So I'm going to select it. You can right click on it and hit copy, or you can hit Control C and just hit OK, and it's going to update your main Pareto pivot table here. But then I want to do the same thing over here to my line chart because it pulls from the same main data table. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to also select change source data. It's going to take me back to my main All Alarms. You can see once again it's shorted me by 4,300 or so rows. So I'm going to right click on here and hit paste or Control V, and then it's automatically in there and all set to go. So I don't have to reselect anything. Okay, and you're done. So we're going to do this again, but we're going to do it with the smaller tables here, but we're going to wait to do that because I want to take you through the entire process from start to finish on the top 10 alarms because it's going to go a lot quicker. There's a lot less data, and then it'll be a nice little refresh as to what we've talked about thus far. Okay, so I will see you with the next video.